Hi, yes. I'd like to thank you all for coming here tonight. I'm chairperson of the Glasgow Nov committee, which is based in the 6 counties, the occupied 6 counties, I might add. I took over the position of chair when Jerry Conlon passed away suddenly there in June. And it's hard shoes to fill, let me tell you, because Jerry having served 14 years for a crime that he didn't do, where his father died in prison, was able to open many doors for us because people took it from him when he said that the Craigavon were innocent. They believed him, and he was very, very forward in our campaign, but sadly the campaign has to go on because the 2 lads are still in prison to this day. For those that aren't aware of the case, some of our Belfast comrades have brought over leaflets. You'll see them on the sides there. I would like you all to take one home, please, and read it at your own convenience at home, because the more you read it, the more you learn about this case, then the more people, I hope, will join us in our campaign, because it's not a small campaign to get them released from prison. It's a massive campaign, because we have the might of the British Empire keeping them in there against their will, even though they have absolutely no evidence at all to link these 2 men to this crime. What happened was, 48 hours before Stephen Carroll, the policeman, was shot dead, there was 2 British soldiers shot dead in Mazarine Barracks. Within 48 hours, Stephen Carroll, who's a 48-year-old policeman, was shot dead in his car while attending a 999 call in Craigavon. Now, there was a frenzy going through the whole of the 6 counties. At that time, they were arresting every Tom, Dick and Harry on the street, and among them was Brenton McConville and John Paul Wooten. Brenton McConville was an ex-councillor. He had jumped off the bus of the peace process, really, not the peace process, but the Good Friday Agreement. And John Paul Wooten was 17 years of age, a child if you like, and they sentenced him in the courts there to 14 years. He's been in 5 years, and they upped the sentence 2 weeks ago to 18 years. The whole British system and the judicial system in the north of Ireland is corrupted. I'm a firm believer in that. These 2 men were in jail for 11 months before the witness stepped forward. He phoned, blocked out of his mind, very, very drunk, could hardly be understood on the phone call on Valentine's night, and said that he witnessed something and he thinks he's seen something. The policeman that took the call and videoed, recorded it as they do, could hardly make out what he was saying. But the next day they went and spoke to this guy, and he's referred to as Witness M. Now everybody knows his name, everybody knows who he is, but that's how the courts only allow you to refer to him as Witness M. His first questions were, I think I seen something. If I say that I seen it, will I get a new house? Will I be moved out of here? Will I be paid? Will I be taken care of? To all of the answers, they said yes. They took him out of there, and they said they had a witness, and they took him and they gave him a new house. They paid off his debt, which went into tens of thousands of pounds. They give him childcare for his child. They give him everything that money can buy to get him to go forward to give evidence. What he said was he saw Brenton McConville underneath an archway in Craigavon just before Stephen Carroll was shot dead. He said he was 16 to 20 feet from him, and he didn't wear glasses. The solicitors brought forward his optician, who said that he had stigma in both of his eyes that mean he needed glasses, and he wouldn't be able to see anything 6 feet in front of him, never mind 20 feet. He also said that he was walking with his girlfriend and their dog. He doesn't have a dog. They never questioned his girlfriend to corroborate this evidence at all. She has never been brought forward to give a statement or to say, yes, me and him were doing that. He said he was on his way to his father's house. his father then could not believe that these two men were found guilty on the evidence of their son. He and the rest of his family members refer to him as Walter Mitty, because that's what he is. The fella has been in institutions with mental health issues and all of that there. So he is not someone who you would hold in high regard or take as evidence in any way as being serious in any shape or form, but they did. He said that he was going to his father's that night. His father later, then, when the two men were found guilty in the first trial, his father couldn't believe it, and in his conscience could not let these two men go in and do life sentences based on his son's evidence. So he went to solicitors and said he was prepared to give an affidavit to say that everything that his son had said were lies. And the police arrested this 70-year-old man, held him in serious crime unit in Antrim police station for 48 hours. They bugged his car, they bugged his phone, they arrested the solicitors that took the affidavit and threatened their lives, and they did all of this here to try to make this story stick. And the man got up in court and he named his son Walter Mitty, so that's how we refer to him now. He said that his son would not have been coming to visit him that night because his son was a victim of domestic violence with the woman he was with. And he told his son, never come near my door while you remain in a relationship with that woman that beats you. So he says he would not have been coming to my house. He has eyesight trouble. He wouldn't have known Brenton McConville. He's a Walter Mitty. He doesn't have a dog. He wasn't walking any dog. All of this. He changed his evidence so many times that nobody knew what was going on. But the father went to the appeal court. We were convinced this year at the appeal court that both the men would be released, and they weren't. We were devastated, as were their solicitors, as was their barristers. So our campaign now has really taken we need to get it to new levels. We need the support of everybody that believes in justice. This is the biggest miscarriage of justice since the Guildford 4 and the Birmingham 6. And unless we all, as people who believe in justice, come together and have a voice, and a strong voice, these men are going to spend the rest of their days in prison. John Paul Wooten was 17 years of age. He's already spent 5 years in jail for something that he didn't do. Brenton McConville's parents are 73. His father was 73 last year. And every time I look at that man's face, his fear is that he will not see his son free again. Now, I ask you people because there was some of our Dublin comrades who are doing brilliant work in Dublin for us and raising the profile of the Craigavon too. We're up visiting John Paul and Brenton during the week, and they wanted to ensure that we told the Scottish people, thank you so much for all of their help and their support. The thing about it is, you cannot leave here tonight and say, isn't that terrible? Did you hear what that girl said? You have to do something about it. You have to join our campaign. Write letters to your local press. Write letters to your local councillors, your MPs, anybody that you know, anybody at all. Talk about the case in public. Tell your neighbours, tell your families, because really, unless we raise this profile and scream it from the roof, these two boys are going to be in jail for 25 years. So, all I want to do is say, read the leaflets, all of the information is there. I know you want to relax and have a good time tonight, and I want you to have it. Do not forget about this case. Any of you that are on Facebook, I'm on Facebook. If you want to be showing acts of solidarity, contact me on Facebook. I have many friends here in Scotland, Yvonne and Rita and lots of others here who you can contact and get any contact details of myself. And I will send you the PDF for the leaflets. I will send you any information. I will write letters for you if you just get the names of the people that would be worth sending the letters to. But all I can say is, unless together we as a people rise up and say, not in our name, release the Craigavon 2, justice for the Craigavon 2, I say, all together.